forward to match 6 of the day, France against Switzerland. There's confirmation of conditions, and the conditions really are very beautiful. In the beach soccer today, we've had 35 goals in the previous 5 matches. How many more are we going to have in this one, I wonder? France against Switzerland. Switzerland in particular, really an attractive side to watch, with 2 of the very best goal scorers in the world of beach soccer in Dejan Stankovic and Noel Ott. France, meanwhile, just scraped into this super final on the basis of 1 victory that they secured in Moscow in stage 1. Switzerland, by contrast, a couple of weeks ago, won stage 2 in Siefok in Hungary. Switzerland have been crippled by injuries and withdrawals from their squad, to the extent that they've actually only got 9 players here. They're allowed to have 12 here, of which 10 can be in a matchday squad. They've only got 9 in total, and that could, of course, count against them in a very serious way, with 4 matches back to back to back to back over the next 4 days. The Swiss are here, and with the likes of Stankovic and Ott, they can never be discounted. Teams out on the sand, along with the FIFA Fair Play flag and the 2 flags of the competing countries, and the teams being introduced to the crowd. It's a very good crowd that's come in here this afternoon for this opening day of 4. France playing in their change strip today of white shirts and dark blue shorts. There's little Jeremy Basquez, who missed the whole of the Euro Beach Soccer League season in 2014 because of a broken leg. It's good to see him in harness. Vastly experienced player. Switzerland, just down to bare bones, you would say, really. The likes of Kasper Jaggi, Valentin Jaggi, Nico Stalder, Michael Misev, all out injured. Stefan Loy has pulled out a late withdrawal from the squad. Philip Bura as well. But there's Stankovic, and there's Ott. Goal kings they are. And now the handshakes between not only the 2 teams, but also the match officials as well. And very shortly we'll be underway in this 6th match of the day. France against Switzerland. Mouth-watering prospect, this one. Invariably, when these 2 sides meet, the goals are plenty, and we've got no reason to think that it's going to be any different at all in this encounter. Let's have a look at the lineups. Here's France's lineup, and number 8, Stéphane Francois, former player coach, is the last remaining player in the squad to be part of France's World Cup win in 2005. There's the Swiss lineup, and there are those 9 players I was telling you about. Sandro Dens, Remo Vitlin, 3 and 4, and number 12, the reserve keeper Marco Lissa. They're new faces this season in the Euro Beach Soccer League for Switzerland. Team photos, let's get those at the start of every match. Switzerland may be down on numbers, but they certainly won't be down on effort, you can be sure of that. No Jaggi, the Swiss captain, tossing up with Yannick Fischer, his opposite number for Francis. Confirmation of our match officials from Latvia, Lithuania, the Netherlands and Spain. That's where the officials are on this encounter. 4 officials always in beach soccer, 1 on either side of the pitch, 1 looking after the rolling substitutions and 1 looking after the timekeeping. Switzerland, well, they're bossed by Angelo Chirinzi, number 5, the player coach. And he doesn't know what a losing cause is that man. George Clauser is officially the coach because players on match days aren't allowed to coach and play at the same time. So long-time physio for Switzerland takes on the coaching stroke managerial role on match days. France, who get us underway. Philipp Schwendener makes the save. In goal for Switzerland. France playing from left to right on your screens. Schwendener, who was a late replacement for Nico Stalder in Schiefok and had a very, very fine tournament, if truth be told. Stankovic dispossessed. And sure hands from Schwendener there. Stankovic lays the ball back to Spacker. Sandro Spaccaratella. Mo Jaggi. Spacker and Mo are going to have to do an awful lot of running over the next 4 days. Fewer players in the squad means less opportunity to rotate. Know a lot. Familiar position for him. Just in his own half, and he moves forward now with Stankovic, and what an arsenal that is for the Swiss. Mo Jaggi and Spacker, by the way, play for the Chargers club in the Suzuki Swiss Beach Soccer League, and they in fact won the Swiss Cup last weekend. They beat Sable Dancers, that's Chirinzi's club, 9-4 in the final. Late withdrawals for the Swiss of Philipp Böhrer and Stefan Loy. Their original squad had left them really down to bare bones. Here's Spacker. Got a hat-trick in that Swiss Cup final last weekend, a victory over Sable Dancers. England's Mitch Day actually plays for the Chargers as well, for a Basel team. And rampaging through on goal, Pierre-Antoine Darac. Didn't get the contact he wanted. He's a big physical specimen though, isn't he? Bordeaux born. He just goes off for a breather now. And that's in! Oh, Basquez! I thought it was going over the top. Schwendener did too, but it just dropped into the back of the net. And the big goalkeeper, who was so impressive in Schiefok, has an embarrassing moment. Jeremy Basquez scores, and France take the lead. Just over 2 minutes gone. And out of nothing, really, France get the advantage. Great to see Jeremy Basquez back in action after that broken leg last year. He was a peripheral figure in Moscow earlier this season, sent off actually against Russia. He was suspended for the match against Poland as a result, but he's on the score sheet here. It's his first goal of this Euro Beach Soccer League campaign. He came back at the back end of last season for the World Cup qualifiers in Jesolo in northern Italy. Scored 4 goals, but see if he's back to his best now. See Yannick Fischer playing with protection around his face and his nose. Very important figure for them, vastly experienced in the 11-a-side game. When he came to beach soccer last year, 4 years of age. Ott gets the shot in, it's beaten away by Chiani, the goalkeeper. Anthony Chiani preferred to start today ahead of Robin Gasset. Chiani was part of the squad in Moscow earlier this year. France have gone through a whole host of goalkeepers over the last year or so. Selim Ben Boyner, Ronan Lecron, Dennis Fort, as well as Gasset and Chiani. Oh, and there was an opportunity, and a really good one for Barbotti. He found himself in space. It was an acute angle, but he couldn't hit the target. mentioned these two sides invariably when they play, there are goals. They played last September in the World Cup qualifier in Jesolo in Italy. That's just wide from Schwendener. Chiani got a hand to it, so that's going to be a corner. And they played in Jesolo last September. Switzerland won 7-2. Stankovic got 4 goals. He's on the ball again now. Into fashion and opportunity. Angelo Shirenzi. A bit too high for Stankovic. These two sides also met last season in the Eurobeach Soccer League regular season in Sopot in Poland in stage 2. And France managed to secure a 7-3 win on that occasion. One of only 2 wins in 6 matches for France last term. They ended at 9th in the cumulative standings and so didn't feature in the Superfinals. 2013 in Kiev, Switzerland won 6-5. They were the defending champions in 2013, having won the Eurobeach Soccer League in 2012. And then they put 12 past France in France, stage 3 of that year's Eurobeach Soccer League in Valence. Stankovic getting 4. Oh, and yes, that's in. And it's Sandro Dens, the man new to the squad for this tournament. He's popped up and got the equaliser. The 22-year-old who plays for the Vinti Panthers in the Suzuki Swiss League. Mo Jaggi pushing the ball forward. The goalkeeper was unsighted and Dens was the first to react. So in the 6th minute of this first period, Switzerland back on level terms. 1-1. Switzerland have won this tournament once. That was in 2012 when they beat Russia in the final in Moscow. They were runners-up the previous year, losing to Russia in the final, and they were 3rd a couple of years ago in 2013. Basquez. Good double save from Schwendener. First of all from Basquez and then from Fischer. Soccer League in Switzerland goes from strength to strength. It's expanded actually in 2015 to include under-17s, under-12s and under-8 divisions. It's already a Premier Division, a Challenger Division and a Women's Division. It's amazing to think they haven't even got any beaches in Switzerland, and yet still the sport is thriving. Got that league gives them the opportunity to find players like Dens and Wittlin and also Marco Lissa. As for France, incidentally, as we have a look at their coach, Gerard Sargent, former French women's under-17 coach. They won the title, this title, the Eurobeach Soccer League, back in 2004, and they've been runners-up 3 times as well, as Basquez wriggles clear of Mo Jaggi, gets the shot in and hits the upright. Morlot then bursts forward under challenge from Francois. Everyone goes down, and in the end, it's Ott who's penalised. Just catching Basquez. coming together between Ott and Stéphane Francois caused both players to go down, and Ott you can just see flicking out with his foot. France winners of this then in 2004, runners-up 3 times in 1999, 2003 and 2007. Skays pushed round the post by Schwendener. France 2 years ago had to play in the promotional final after finishing bottom of Division A. Vasquez across the face of goal. And Pierre-Antoine Derac couldn't quite get his left foot to make any sort of meaningful contact on that. I mentioned at the outset of the broadcast today, Derac is brilliantly tackled by Shirinzi. This really is a group of death. France, the two, I guess, not really considered. They only just scraped into this super final by virtue of a victory against Poland. That was by 3-1, having previously lost to Belarus 2-1 and Russia 4-1. So they finished third in the group. France can upset the apple cart here and see if they can get a victory against the Swiss. That really will throw the group wide open. The other two sides who we'll see next up, Portugal and Russia. What a massive arm wrestle that's set to be between two of the very best sides in the world, not just in Europe. Remember, only one of the teams can go forward to the Superfinal. The final of the Superfinal on Sunday. Vasquez, footed blocked by Ott. Shirinzi does well to win the ball. Ott, lovely bit of ball juggling. Was there a push in the back? He plays on, still going. Good save by Kiani. Ott is there again. Finds Stankovic. Full stretch, he can't bring it under control. And Francois, as so often, characteristically with that tape around his knees, gets the clearance in. Less than 2 minutes to go in this first period. Headed away by Francois, picked up by Julien Sorez, captained Montpellier in the Euro Winners' Cup this year, 2015. That's the club tournament for the leading sides in Europe, and Ott has gone down. It'll be a free kick. Noah Ott will have it. Never a good place to concede a free kick when Noah Ott or Dejan Stankovic are around. Might be able to make out, if we can get a shot of Noah Ott's right foot, that it's very heavily bound. He injured it playing in Italy a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago I should say. You can see the binding on that right foot, and he was nursed through in Schiaffok a couple of weeks ago, was still named as the most valuable player. He just is off target with that. That was beautifully struck. Kiani diving away, but it was past the upright. Spacker just trying to feed Ott. In the end, it's a corner. Stankovic, wide of the target. It's been a period of fairly few chances, it has to be said, so far. Ott to Stankovic. Oh, great overhead from Ott. That's going to be a corner. Fashioning an opportunity, seemingly out of nothing. pushed away by Kiani from Spacker's effort. Good play from Mojagi. Oh, and he smashed it into the frame of the goal, getting away from Francois. Mojagi, who has two younger brothers, both play international beach soccer. And the hooter just fails. But what doesn't fail is the referee's whistle. That goes to signal the end of the first 12 minutes of action in match 6 of the day. And it's as you were, as the hooter belatedly makes an appearance. We started level, and we're level still. France taking the lead through Jeremy Basquet's. Spectacular, bundled across the line from close range. 1-1. Good double save that from Schwendener. Terrific stop, first from Basquet and then from Fischer. And so, we're back where we started. All square, one apiece. At the outset that, of course, Stefan Loy and Philipp Böhrer not here for Switzerland. In their original squad, also not here. Featured in Schierhoff a couple of weeks ago. Stefan Meyer, vastly experienced. Over 200 caps for Switzerland. Member of the side that runs up in the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup final 2009 against Brazil in Dubai. Basquet's over the top. Positive for Switzerland is they're getting the opportunity to blood these next generation players such as Den, such as Witlin, such as Lissa. We haven't seen Lissa on the sand as yet. France have actually made a change in goal for the second period. Robin Gasset has come in place of Kiani. Schwendener still in goal for the Swiss though. Ott. And it's pushed behind his own goal by Soares. It's going to be a corner to Switzerland. Shirinzi on the volley. That was brilliantly blocked by Christopher Loth. Their coach was well picked out by Ott. Shirinzi again. Soares denied by Schwendener. Free kick then for the inside his area. Length of a beach soccer pitch is about 36 metres. Depth of the penalty area is 9 metres. And having very carefully put that ball on a little crown of sand, it just fell off. He's replaced it as Schwendener, and will take the free kick now. And, it's better that he hadn't. It's another wasted effort from Philipp Schwendener. Plays his beach soccer for the Grasshoppers Club from Zurich. Same club, incidentally, as Noel Ott and Dejan Stankovic. Spacker. He's picked out Remo Witlin, number 4, on the sand for the first time. 24-year-old. Like Mojagi and Sandro Spaccaratella plays his beach soccer with the Chargers Club. Oh, that's really well read by Francois and beaten away by Schwendener. Spacca once more. And a turn away from Basquez. Julian Soares finds Francois. Wanting movement ahead of him. That's off Mojagi's back. And that will be a corner. Spectacular effort from Barbotti. Concerned faces on the Swiss bench. Dens gets the clearance in, so another corner taken quickly. No real effect from a French perspective. Reminder that it's Portugal against Russia next. A mouth-watering prospect to look forward to, that one is. Vitlin trying to get away from Basquez. That's good defensive work from Basquez, getting himself between the ball and his opponent. Dens can't believe the free kick's gone against him, but it has. It's a French free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. Oh, what a tremendous effort from distance from Basquez. Cannons off the underside of the crossbar with Schwendiner beaten. He's beaten the Swiss stopper from distance once today already and almost did it a second time. It was a tremendous hit, it really was. Schwendiner then paws that ball away. Closest we've come to a goal in this second period so far. Spacca gets the shot in and Gassé stops it with his legs. Well, Francois almost caught out by Ott. Nicely done by Frederic Marquez. But in the end, he concedes the free kick. It's a bit sloppy. Not really in a dangerous position. He was convinced the ball had gone out for a throw already. It hadn't. Spacca went down. Spacca together with Mojagi. You might say the combined dynamo of this Swiss side with a heartbeat. Spacca, the man who got that hat-trick in the final of the Swiss Cup last weekend, has a shot. She's always rising and always clearing the crossbar. I don't normally think of Spacca as a goal scorer, although he has got 3 in this season's Euro Beach Soccer League already. I guess primarily you don't think of him as a goal scorer because when you look at the Swiss lineup with Stankovic and Ott, they're always the ones you focus on. Mojagi racing forward and a good save at his near post by Gassé. Shirinzi attempts the overhead. A couple of months' time, player coach will be 43. Forced into playing in the World Cup. There is such a thing as being forced into playing in such a wonderful event, because Kasper Jaggi withdrew through injury in training literally just before things got underway, so Shirinzi put himself back into the mix. He's still very much an active player at club level, and he's been pretty active this season here in the Euro Beach Soccer League as well. 3 goals for him from Sheerfock a couple of weeks ago, and Stankovic over the top. I've seen a lot of Dejan Stankovic so far today. Chances are it won't stay that way. Nice little layoff by him to Ott. Shirinzi up against Basquet's. Shot on the turn then from Loff, which is blocked by Mojagi. Frantic stuff by both sides, lots of energy out there on the sand. Both sides battling for the initiative. No goals as yet in this second period. Had a couple of goalless periods today. Czech Republic and Turkey in the second period. Czechs winning that match 2-0. England against Hungary, that was in the second period, goalless as well. England eventually prevailing by 3-1. Stankovic on the turn. Oh, brilliantly off the line by Basquet. How on earth did he keep that out? Oh, very nearly we got a goal in this second period then, didn't we? Stankovic only needs a sniff of a chance. Mojagi. Stankovic on the turn, blocked by Francois. Swiss are knocking on the door here. Corner to the men in red. That's to no one in particular from Shirinzi. Dropped almost perfectly between Mojagi and Dejan Stankovic. Lovely control by Ott. Stankovic, good turn. And a very good tackle indeed by Dirac. Too, because Stankovic was been through if it hadn't been. Mojagi well off target. He's got those two younger brothers. Valentine, goalkeeper, injured at the moment, and Kasper injured as well. And Stankovic scores. Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are a few certainties in life. Death, taxes, and Dejan Stankovic finding the back of the net. That's about the sum of it, I think. That's his 11th goal in the Euro Beach Soccer League this season. It's only his 4th appearance. Switzerland hit the front for the first time. Pure opportunism from the Swiss bomber. With just about 2.5 minutes to go in this second period. Stankovic gives the Swiss the advantage. He got 20 goals in the Euro Beach Soccer League in 2013. He's been the leading scorer in this tournament 4 times, 2007, 2010, 2012 and 2013. There's that header from Soares straight at Schwendener. You certainly wouldn't bet against Stankovic being top scorer again in 2015, would you? Noel Ott was the top scorer last term with 21 goals, beating Stankovic's mark of the year before. Oh, that's blazed over the top from Barbotti. It was a good opportunity that had presented itself to him. Just leant back as he hit it with his right foot. Soares. Hit the hand of Francois. Play on, say the officials. On the far side, Barbotti goes back. And Mojagi concedes the corner. Basquet. Just above Dens. Good defensive work from Spacker, getting the ball away from Barbotti. Corner to France then. Francois will take it, drills it in towards the near post. It's the side netting. Ott. Got Stankovic ahead of him, and Stankovic scores. Well, there was no one picking up Stankovic at all. Soares was close to him, but not close enough. And Ott was good enough to find him, and Stankovic was good enough to find the back of the net. So 2 goals in the space of a minute for Dejan Stankovic. The goal king is at it again. Just listen to his record this season. 2 goals against Spain, 4 against Hungary, 4 against Ukraine, now 2 against France. Give him the ball, show him the goal, and invariably he finds the back of the net. 3-1. All of a sudden it's looking a much tougher proposition for France now, but it could get a whole lot easier. Soares was in the clear there for a second, but wouldn't have counted because Christopher Loth was penalised for a foul. That foul on Spacker. See if we can pick up anything. He might just have pushed Spacker away with his left hand as he was setting himself for the overhead. So Spacker with the free kick. Inside his penalty area, it's well wide of the target. He's gone out for a throw-in, in fact, that one. It was so wide. Jaggi with the no-nonsense clearance. Onto the roof of the net, and that's the last action, in fact, of the second period. A period that's featured Dejan Stankovic. He's at it again. 2 goals for the Swiss bomber, and he's given Switzerland the advantage. France, remember, in the first period took the lead through Jeremy Basquet's. Sandro Dens got the equaliser, and then 2 goals, the brace from Stankovic in that second period. The men in red, a 3-1 lead. It was a brilliant effort from Basquet, which cannoned off the underside of the crossbar. So nearly gave his side the advantage, but beach soccer, things turned very quickly. Stankovic turned quickly there. That was a brilliant clearance off the line by Basquet. Both sides battling for the initiative, and then all of a sudden, Stankovic provided his side with it. First, an opportunist strike as Gasset came out and tried to close him down, wasn't able to do so. And then a spectacular hit, well picked out by Ott. Not picked up by the defenders. On the back of the net found by Stankovic. How many times I wonder if I said that over the last few years. 3-1 to Switzerland. And France not able to pull anything back for the end of the second period. The Italians looking on, very pleased with their afternoon's work. They won 7-2 against Spain a little bit earlier. The Spanish players at the back there as well, with plenty to contemplate after that defeat. 3-1 then, Switzerland lead. Off we go again then. Switzerland playing from left to right and very nearly scoring a fourth. Spectacular effort from Ott, beaten away by Chiani, who's back in goal for France in this third and final period. Switzerland leading 2 goals from Stankovic, 1 from Dens. France having earlier opened the scoring through Jeremy Basquez. No, a lot. Denied there at the beginning of this third period. Still yet to get on the score sheet. You can bet against him doing it over the next 12 minutes. Attempting to do so with his left foot there. Just wide of the target. Marquez with a shot from distance, but well off target. Chirinzi finds himself in space. Stankovic. Ott to Mojagi. Gets the shot in, brilliant save. Chiani, that's superb. He got down so quickly to his right. That was a tremendous stop because that was hit with real power from Mojagi with his left foot, wrapping that left foot around the ball. And that was heading for the bottom corner. Chiani not intercepted it. Marquez now on this near side, below our commentary position. Schwendener gets there ahead of Loth. Even if Switzerland win today, as you would say, the moment is more likely than not, given they've got a 2-goal advantage. Beaten away. Chiani. This might not necessarily be the real test for them, given they've only got the 9 players in their squad. Their ability to rotate players, not only into the matchday squad, but also during matches as well, will be tested. Severely limited, of course, by having 3 less players than some of the other squads on duty. So, as the 4 days go on, the players they have got here are liable to be more and more tired. So the question is whether they can maintain their levels of stamina, can they maintain their concentration, can they maintain their quality. They have done so far, for the most part. Ott back to his keeper. Done by Fischer, releasing that back to Chiani, with Ott in close attendance. Ott bundled into by Marquez, no free kick. Good save, Schwendener. Ball scuttled along across the sand. Dirac goes for the return. Bringing it under control. Fischer shepherds that back to his keeper. Barbotti chest down for Basquez. Fischer, left foot behind that one, but clears the crossbar by quite some distance. Spacker blocked by Fischer. And Wittlin back to his keeper, Remo Wittlin. Nice flick by Stankovic, looking for Shirinzi, who does well to dispossess Basquez. Bittman with the shot, it's blocked. I'd rather fancy the next goal is going to be absolutely crucial here. Switzerland can get it, you would say. You really would feel as though they've got 1 foot, or 1 hand on 3 points. France get it, and that's still very much up for grabs. Fischer, oh, they have got it. Really good finish by Yannick Fischer. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just placed it. And he placed it perfectly into the corner of the net. So this match right back into the melting pot now. Really good finish by Fischer with his right foot though. On the volley, temptation is to absolutely leather it as hard as you can. But he didn't do that, far from it. Just caressed it, placed it past Schwendener. Really good finish. France then within a goal of Switzerland, 3-2. Stankovic, give and go from him, he didn't get it back as he wanted. And Wittlen. Good call from Schwendener, coming out and dominating his area, wanting that ball and taking it. Stankovic. 3 players around him and yet he still scores. Oh, that's incredible. A hat-trick for Stankovic. And what a way to get that hat-trick. You just cannot believe that he can do something like that. But I've seen it so many times that you just have to know it is possible with him. That really was breathtaking, even by Dejan Stankovic's standards. Goal number 13 this season in the Euro Beach Soccer League. Look at that. 3 players around him, and yet still he gets the overhead away into the top corner. And Kiani's just a spectator. What a finish, what a goal, what a player. 4-2 Switzerland lead. So France's hopes of getting back on level terms, at least in the short term, didn't last very long there, did they? Norlock battling away with Soares. Just about 5.5 minutes remaining. Schwendener as well, brave at the feet of Marquez. Crowd, incidentally, is a really good one today. It's not a full house, but it's not far from it. And we've got a couple more matches to come. Portugal against Russia is next, and then the hosts, Norway. Estonia, rather, against Norway. So plenty more beach soccer action to come. 2 more matches after this. Conditions absolutely perfect, you would say, for watching and playing. And Marquez goes down under challenge from Ott. It'll be a free kick. out from the rest. Corner to France. Okay, he's going for the near post. I've seen players score in that situation. Players score in virtually every situation in beach soccer. So scoring direct from a corner is certainly something you'll often see. Not often see, but you will see. Players seemingly have the ability to do just about anything with the ball in this sport. Target from Schwendner. Kiani goes long towards Fisher, who wins it in the air. Sent it overhead from Loff. That'll be a corner. Time running out for France, less than 3 minutes remaining. Reminder, next up, it's Portugal against Russia. Good movement from Dens, who couldn't bring the ball under control and received it from Ott. Switzerland do get the victory today. It'll be a case of mission accomplished from their perspective. First win gives them a good opportunity of controlling the group. It's going to be a handball against Basquez. The ball just came off his chest and just caressed his hands. That's not a situation from a French perspective that they'll welcome, even though it was inadvertent, because it's given Dejan Stankovic the opportunity of a pop-up goal just inside the Swiss half. Even from this situation, you wouldn't bet against him. Fisted away by Kiani, taking any undue risks about trying to catch that ball. A little bit of a breeze out there. Stankovic wrapping his favoured left foot around it. Always the ball dip and curl. Mojagi. Video back to Schwendner. Beyond Dirac, who's been feeding off scraps in this match. Ott tackled by Fisher. Mentioned about the growth of the sport in Switzerland, beach soccer. Got an indoor facility that they can use in the winter. They've got permanent outdoor stadium as well. He's going from strength to strength, beach soccer. And Stankovic brought down. Fisher just dawdling on the ball. Stankovic going down just outside the penalty area, just caught by the right foot of Fisher. And this is almost as good as a penalty, this, because it's about half a metre outside the penalty area. Fisher got his yellow card for that. First player going in the referee's notebook today. The only thing in Kiani's favour as the French goalkeeper is that he can come off the line because it isn't a penalty. But, well, facing Stankovic in this sort of situation, it's like facing the firing squad. And that's why, because quite simply, Dejan Stankovic doesn't miss from that sort of range. 4 for Stankovic, 5 for Switzerland, and that surely is the last nail in the coffin of the French in this match. Just a minute left, and Stankovic now 14 goals in this Euro Beach Soccer League campaign. really is incredible. Expression goal machine just doesn't really seem to do him justice. It's a rare day when Noel Ott doesn't actually score as well for Switzerland, but he hasn't today. At the back post, it was Wittlen. Quite get the ball past Kiani. I'd say 6-2 would be slightly unfair on France. There's been 4 goals between the sides in this contest. What there has been between the sides, though, has been Dejan Stankovic. Whenever Stankovic is in town, you always guarantee goals, and you can usually guarantee that whoever he's playing for will be in prime position for victory, and that's how it's turned out in this match. Stankovic appropriately gets the last touch. He gets 4 goals to basically determine this encounter. 4 of Switzerland's 5. Sandro Den's getting the other one. France, remember, had taken the lead early on through Jeremy Basquet's a speculative effort from distance, which went over the top of Philipp Schwendener in the Swiss goal. The other goal for France coming from Yannick Fischer, their captain. But in the end, Switzerland will feel that that is a very, very good performance that they've put up. Remember, they've only got 9 players to pick from due to injury and unavailability. And yet, despite that, they've come away with a convincing victory in the end. Good performance from the Swiss then. They've beaten France by 5 goals to 2. Let's have a look at some highlights of the action we saw. This was the early goal for Jeremy Basquet's misjudgment from Schwendener in the Swiss goal, and he paid a very high price for that. Frustration for him, thankfully from his perspective. The Swiss were able to draw level just a couple of minutes later through Sandro Den's reacting first to the loose ball after Mo Jaggi's initial shot. That was 1-1, and that was how it stood at the end of period number 1. Dejan Stankovic then popped up. Just a couple of minutes to go in period number 2 to give the Swiss the lead for the first time, the first of his 4 goals for the afternoon. And then he was set up by Noel Ott for that spectacular scissor kick to make it 3-1, and that's how it stood at the end of the second set of 12 minutes. Yannick Fischer with a really intelligent volley, placing it in the corner. Gave France hope with 7 minutes remaining. That was 3-2 to Switzerland at that stage. Jeremy Basquet's the provider on that occasion. But Dejan Stankovic completed his hat-trick with that spectacular overhead. What a wonderful effort that was. There was still time for more Stankovic magic. He had a free kick just outside the penalty area after Fischer brought him down. Fischer incurring a yellow card for that. And you simply can't give Stankovic an opportunity in that sort of area and expect to get away with it. France didn't, and Stankovic found the back of the net for the 4th time in this match. Smiles all round for the Swiss. Fully deserved, because that was